Final comeback, and Essendon now go into the grand final against Carlton.
In the blackout, they had this beautiful voice, and I thought, oh, this must be gorgeous. But that's when I saw him, no way.
Does he ever confide in you for his tips?
Oh, I write them.
Does he ever concede that he knows absolutely nothing about the game at all?
No, any time I make a point, he says, you've never been out there.
Now, I'd like to know this, Ed. What's the secret to a long marriage?
Not seeing much of one another.
You ever caught him terrorising the old boilers down the Tirac shopping centre?
I don't go down there with him. I barred that.
You have to fight him for the mirrors in the bathroom?
He's got his own.
Is it true his joke book's that old, it's written in Latin?
It's all right for you, Sam. I've had to listen to him for 43 years.
What do you love about the boy?
Well, he's honest, sincere, and would do anything for anybody.
And what do you hate about him, Ed?
Sam, he doesn't put down the toilet seat.
Well, Ed, it's been absolutely delightful to spend 60 seconds with a Richards who doesn't interrupt.
It's all right, you better keep talking to me, because I don't think Lou will.
Isn't she a darling? God, no wonder she married me.
Tell me a bit about that toilet seat, Louis. You don't...
It's because you can't reach it.
Sometimes I'm in a hurry and I forget to turn it down, but the other day she was cleaning behind the toilet seat, you know, cleaned the bathroom out. The toilet seat fell down, hit her on the nose and blackened both her eyes. But the worst part of it, I was sitting on the seat at the time.
Actually,
Good on you, Sam.
well, Ed said a couple of weeks back you got a headache because you were sprinkling toilet water on your face and the seat fell on your napper.
That's right. And I said to Edna, if you ever leave me, I'm going with you. She said, why? It's cheaper to stay unhappy. And remember that, Sam, because it's cost you a lot of money this morning. You'd have been a wealthy man now. I'll punch you right in the eyes.
OK, Philosophy Corner over. Let's have a look at the week ahead. An unusual week for players. Dermot, not that you'd ever get sick of the experience of playing in finals, but you've had more than the average man really ought to have. What sort of week is it going to be for some of the
Something
youngsters?
Sammy has never experienced.
Never played in the final, Sam.
Well, that's I've played in 15 finals.
You never
Thank you
played
very
in
much.
grand
big
final.
one?
Grand finals.
I
Never
played-
a big one?
Yeah, I played in the reserves grand final in 1963.
We're talking real grand finals, Sam, real grand
Yeah,
finals.
he's never played in one.
At
So
the Brownlows,
you
you were allowed to
haven't?
get drunk, eh? You always
So,
were.
Dermot, can you just tell us a little bit about the load that they will carry through the
Well-
week, that mental commitment that's not there?
Well, it's funny, you start to do things, really start to put the cream on the cake, so to speak. When it comes down to eating, every little bit of fat you try and keep out of your food. Just so many areas you really regiment yourself, and you try and hone your brain in on thinking about and visualising
Right.
about what you're going to do on the Saturday.
Some honing.
But you also... you have to think to yourself, how am I going to react to people? If people are going to put me on the spot, will I end up snapping at them? Will that make me edgy? Will that make my game a bit too aggressive? Or you start worry how you're going to react to people before the game, during the game, and it really starts playing your mind and starts to give you nerves in a certain way. It's sort of, I suppose, it'd be very similar to Simon when you were about padded up and...
It's Greg Williams, one of the season's true revelations.